Hello, hello, welcome everyone to Islands of Ice. We are playing World of Warships Legends. I am Phoenix61, your host as usual. We play World of Warships Legends every freaking day, don't we? We are rocking the Republic tonight. As you guys know, I try to play a good mixture of ships, so I play pretty much everything, and then if I have decent games, we stick them out here on the YouTubes for you, right? Because it's fun, right? Yeah. So yeah, we've got this ship. I have outfitted this guy mostly for range and accuracy, right, and AP shell damage. So we will try and use and abuse our loadout, right? And then, of course, this is pretty quick ship. You also get this engine boost. You do get the the secondary battery booster, but, it's kind of rare that we use that. I think you could do, it has a decent starting range for secondary batteries. You could do a secondary battery build, but that is not the path that I took, right? So we'll take a shot at this Donskoy. I am actually not sure what that ship is, but it was a cruiser and it was kind of broadside, so we took our shot. And then, of course, now we are broadside to a Musashi, and that's going to hurt, yes. Luckily, this ship's a little bit more forgiving when you make mistakes like that, right? Like, there are some ships where we probably would have just died, right? In those scenarios, but some of these the French and German ships, the citadels are either low or harder to hit or something. But so we get away with our mistake there with not too badly bruised, right? Especially with the heel too. So yeah, I've got I'm a good fan of the lots of heals too. So we do build in some when we can. I'll add in some defensive measures, right? So we have a well-rounded build. But yeah. So we're kind of at range, but we'll take a shot at this Minnesota just because he's, that's a good shot. He's broadside, right? And then if this other cruiser keeps coming in, we may switch to him. But yeah, as you can see, we're getting hits. Just only one actually penetrated, then a ricochet, right? But so yeah, DM Donskoy. We'll take our shots at you next, right? So it does look like our carrier's picking on him as well. I mean, he's not going to last long. He's a cruiser literally in the middle of the map, so pretty much everybody can shoot him, but he's kind of our best shot at the moment, so we'll keep doing it. And yeah, other people are even calling it out, right? Just I need him to move a little more broadside and a little more forward. That'd be nice, right? You can help me out, buddy. And defend, but over pens. And more over penetrations. One finally actually did something there. But yeah, we're going to have to... He's behind cover, at least from our angle now, so we're going to have to rely on somebody else to finish him, and they do. Thank you. Teamwork. We can do it. And then I took this shot. I'm assuming the rear turret's going to hit that, land, but the front one might get through. And then we'll start focusing our attention on this side, and here's the Musashi that I need to get revenge against, right? From that, so we're angled a little bit better. He's still hitting us, he's aiming a little bit higher. You can see he's hitting our deck and superstructure now, but yeah, but of course it does not hurt as bad, but still hurting, right? So I'm gonna keep backing up and see if we can't get out of his line of fire.
Engine boost activated. Our team has taken
yeah. So I started moving forward because I'm like, oh, this other battleship's going to shoot us too. But that was my original thought, was you know what, I could keep moving backwards. And then, of course, it's challenging to not use your damage con for when a turret goes down because you only get the 2 turrets, right? So we use it there. There's no more destroyers left in the game. The enemy team had one and somebody killed it already. And then, we don't, I don't have a heavy torpedo threat at the moment, right? So we'll use our damage con there. But yes, I am the guy who inappropriately uses it occasionally, and so we pay for it when we use it on a fire, and then we take flood, right? Shortly after. But yes, we will continue to pick on this Musashi, get some defend ribbons out of this, even if we don't survive very long. And then we've got incoming airplanes. So I don't know if you noticed, but I pay attention to this on the map, but our friendly cruiser actually just, or our friendly aircraft carrier actually just flew over us and dropped his fighters over top of us as well. So that is greatly appreciated. We do that a little bit in some of our carrier videos, but that makes a big difference. I feel like as the carrier, you know, there's so many ways to support your team when you're the carrier, and of course you're never gonna do it exactly how your teammates want you to. But in this scenario, he did. Like, that was nice. Like, thank you, sir. Thank you, good carrier player, right? But yeah, I think when I play as the carrier is when I'm most likely to get like hate messages from people that are just like mad that I didn't spot somebody for them or like whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys know my opinions on on your job as the carrier, right? But if you don't, go watch some of my carrier videos. But yeah, so we'll take advantage here. We are actually, since we're hanging out close enough to this cruiser, we're getting a Weltry build off of him, so that keeps us up at 20% health. So you can see we're getting a little bit of healing action here every bullet we take. So we'll stay close to him as long as he survives. Sometimes the enemy like is gonna note it. Like they were shooting at me because I was weaker, and then some people realize that, okay, he's probably getting Weltry build. Look at Citadel hit there. He's probably getting Weltry build off the cruiser, so then they'll shoot the cruiser first, right, when they notice that happening. But we'll survive for a little bit longer because of that. And then we're also, like, these guys are kind of chasing us, I guess. Like, they're still in the zone, but we are kiting away. This is a very defensive move just because we're low on health, right? But it's keeping us in the game. We're still able to shoot our guns because we got decent range build out of this, so we're still working and supporting our team, right? So, and then we're keeping that zone out of the enemy hands. We've got 11 defend banners now for how many times we've shot these two battleships that are in the zone. We're not going to get one there. That Ruprecht is actually outside of it at the moment, but somebody else hit the Musashi, so still keeping it out of their hands, so that's awesome. And then, yeah, we're up on ships, too, so I think the Ruprecht finally realized, like, it's a lost cause to be chasing us, so he turned around. So we'll do the same. We'll turn back around to try and keep ourselves in the fight and still be able to contribute, you know, don't just sit in the back. But yeah, when I go weak like that, that's kind of my go-to strategy, is to sort of just, like, move, you know, angle yourself appropriately, move away from the battle or whoever is, you know, picking on you. And just survive as long as you can, do as much damage as you can on your way out, right? So sometimes sometimes we die from it, but if anything, you've occupied those enemies for however long, right? Till the rest of your team can come in and support. So I talk about this quite a bit too, and you kind of end up with, like, you know, in your battles, like, it's, you know, you kind of have a strong side of the map and a weak side of the map, right? So as you can see, like, our team dominated over on the ACAP. And then, yeah, we get the kill there. When we get this Musashi kill, I don't think we're enough time I think too much time's gone by to get a double strike here, but that's a pretty sweet angle on him. The cruiser's bullets looked way better. We still got the kill though. Oh, nice. And a dreadnought. But yeah, as you could see on the minimap, like, our side, like, struggled and the red team kind of overtook, and then the other side, the ACAP zone, you know, our allies really whooped them. So kind of the name of the game there is, if you're on that weak side, I like to kind of kite away and distract the enemy until my teammates can come and help, right? And that's exactly what happened. And so we ended up just destroying there because we distracted our team, or the enemy on our side, for quite some time, right? So, but yeah, so we do a decent here on the leaderboard, right? And then, of course, we are not using High Sorcerer Baradin. That's the commander guy. So you can see up in the top right here, it's Robert Jujard. Is kind of my go-to for French range battleship builds, right? So main gun, AP shell damage for inspiration, along with shell grouping. And then his space trade is AP, you know, centric as well. Penetration multiplier, yep. And then, yeah, so what I'm picking here is range and shell grouping, gun traverse speed. I don't really care too much about gun traverse speed since I'm doing a range build. You know, I'm trying not to focus, you know, on close quarters, but the other perk and, like, reload and stuff like that are where it's at for that one. And then main battery dispersion, and then yeah, we're picking that over some of these other ones. I don't like I'm not a huge fan of the shell switch type near the shell switch time, but yeah, just because like most of the time I'm shooting AP with this, unless it's like just really not working right. But and then Wilt's rebuilt, so you guys know me. That's my go-to for battleships. So if you see me out there in a battleship and I'm almost dead, come hang out and we'll die together, right? That is our Republique video for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through and putting up with my shenanigans. Make sure to follow the channel. I'm doing World of Warships videos every single day, at least for the time being. We've got a pretty good streak going. All right. Yep. Yeah. And then, of course, if you liked the video, you could push the like button. But if you didn't like it, then don't push the button, because that's not how it's supposed to work, right? But until next time, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.